Hi, my name is Liam James, and today we're going to be making a rock, paper, scissors game in Python. First, you need to create a new file, save it as, today I'm going to be saving mine in my Python folder on my computer. I'm going to save it as RPS for rock, paper, scissors. I'm just going to replace my old file. The first thing we need to do is to import the random function. This is a separate thing in Python that you're going to need to import to get the computer's choice of rock, paper, scissors. Then we need to define our function as RPS, and this is what the user will call to begin to play the game. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a W count for how many wins you have, and we're going to increment it every time. And then we're going to have an L count for how many losses you have. This just initializes the variables, and we're just setting up the pieces for later on. Next, we're going to print a statement to the screen before the user is prompted to play, and just tell them welcome to our game and etc. to kind of open it up for the user, kind of introduce them in case they don't know what's going on. So I wrote hello, welcome to rock, paper, scissors, and put some exclamation marks. Then we're going to define X as a list of inputs that we want to accept. So we're going to have R, P, and S for rock, paper, and scissors, and then we're going to have X for if they want to quit the game. Then we'll be using a while loop because we want the game to be played over and over and over until the user wants to quit. So since the length of our list is 4 and we're not going to be changing the length of that list, you can do something like while true, but we're just going to do while length of X equals 4. So it's just always going to be true. It's going to always run that loop. The first thing we need is the player's choice. I named it PC. And then you're going to use the input function and then put the text you want the user to get. So we're going to say, please enter your choice. And then that choice is going to be either R, P, and S. Next, we're going to check if that choice is in X. We're going to do if PC.upper, because if they put a lowercase r, we still want them to be able to play. Not in X. Then print, please enter a valid choice. This will kick back to the input and will make the player choose a different choice, a valid one. Then we're going to set the computer's choice to be a random. You use the random function. It's going to be random.randint 1 through 3. So it's going to be 1, 3. And every time this while loop runs, it will assign computer choice a new random integer, 1 through 3. Then we're going to lower the character, because this is how we're going to do our checks for our rock, paper, scissors game, where we want them all to be lowercase, even if they put in an uppercase letter. And then we're going to start to check for the different cases that will occur. The first 3 we're going to do is for a case of a tie. So if the comp choice equals 1, which will equate to rock, and PC equals R, which is rock, print U tie. I'm going to be doing a lot of copy and pasting of these if-else statements because it's really repetitive code. You just need to check for the 9 different possible combinations that the computer choice can be and the player choice can be. You also need to add this L statement, EL, in front of your if statement if it's not the first one. So we'll have L if for all the other statements, because if you think it's if and then if that one isn't true, it's else if. And so we set each of these to comp C equals 2, and that is equivalent to paper. And comp C equals 3, and that's equivalent to scissors. And all 3 of those tie. And we don't increment any of our numbers up here. Next, we're going to be checking for the cases where you win. So where 1 equals rock, when player choice equals paper, because paper beats rock, print you win. And then we're going to increment the W count, which is the win count, by 1. We'll then repeat this for the next 2 cases of if you win. If the computer choice equals 2, which is equivalent to paper, and then the player choice equals S, which is equivalent to scissors, print you win. And if the computer choice equals 3, which means scissors, and player choice equals R as rock, then we'll be able to check for all the different cases and print you win and increment the count by 1. This will tell the player when they win a game, and these next 3 are going to be if you lose. It's the same thing, except we just need to change the L count variable to increment if you lose, and then we just need to change all of the different variables to check for all the different cases of a loss. If comp C equals 1, which is equivalent to rock, and PC equals S, which is equivalent to scissors, then you lose, because rock beats scissors. Then we're going to repeat this for if computer choice equals paper, and player choice equals rock. And then we'll repeat this again one last time to check for all different cases of the rock, paper, scissors game. This last elif statement is going to be if your player wants to quit out of the game. I give us some more room to work down here. I'm going to write elif PC equals X, because we already did that PC.lower check up there. If they enter a capital X, it'll be fine. We're going to want to print you win, and then comma the W count, so it will return you won and then how many times you won that game, that like set of rock paper scissors games. And then we're going to do the same thing for how many times you lost, and we're going to print you lost, comma L count. And then we're going to return out of the function. So this is where it's going to break out of the while loop only if the player choice is equivalent to X. Otherwise, it's going to keep going through and asking you to enter a valid choice or to continue. Now we're going to run the module and test it. And since I did a little copy and pasting, I'm going to need to straighten these elif statements back so they're all on the same line. It might cause a few errors in your code if they're not. We're going to run it and type in RPS as a function. We see hello, welcome to rock, paper, scissors, and please enter your choice. I'll choose rock. I lost. I'll choose paper. I won. I'll choose scissors one more time, and I won. Now I'm going to hit X, and it says I've won 2 times and I've lost 1 time. Thank you. If you have any questions, answer it in the comments below, and I hope this helps. Have a nice day.